Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and I've got an update for you. An update about all them punk asses that be suing Ripple. Here's the headline from xrparcade.com. Lawsuit. Plaintiffs respond to Ripple's motion to dismiss fraud allegations. Brand spanking new, just came out today. So we'll start with that, but I got another thing I want to talk about. We're going to cover this too, because this is going to be fun. This comes from Cointelegraph. This piece is titled, Dave Portnoy calls Dogecoin effort a pump and dump. And I'm going to use this as an opportunity to highlight something by comparing Dogecoin to XRP. It's going to be a killer time. But before we go any further, if you would please delicately tap that like button. I would appreciate it. It's good for the algorithm, pushing out the Moon Lambo channel to unsuspecting victims. And also go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel, because if you do, your life will then finally be truly complete and happy. Alright, so let's jump in. Bradley Sostak, the lead plaintiff in the Zakhanov vs. Ripple Labs Inc. case, has replied to Ripple's motion to dismiss fraud allegations. Ripple moved to dismiss all fraud allegations, and then parentheses writes claims 4, 6, and 7, which I had previously covered, of course, against it on June 8th, claiming the plaintiffs had not demonstrated how a series of supposedly fraudulent statements made by Garlinghouse and Ripple employees were anything of the kind. Well, exactly. That's because, like I said, he's being a little punk ass. Now, Ripple also filed 4 documents for judicial notice by the court. Number 1, a notice of final rule from the Bureau of Consumer Financial Protection, or CFPB for short, published in the Federal Register. 2, a submission by Ripple to the Conference of State Bank Supervisors. And 3, an article from CNBC. And finally 4, a tweet and linked article from Ripple. So, what about the plaintiff's response? Well, the plaintiffs responded by opposing the court taking notice of the notice of final rule from the CFPB, claiming that defendants failed to establish that any factual assertions contained in the document cannot reasonably be questioned, and also failed to specify which factual assertions within the document they ask the court to take judicial notice of. Yeah, that sounds like an incomplete thought, does it not? I don't think they did a good job stating their case here. So the CFPB rule indicates, quote, the continued growth and expanding partnership of virtual currency companies, such as Ripple, virtual currency company, okay, which offer both a payments messaging platform to support cross-border money transfers, as well as a virtual currency, XRP, which can be used to effect settlement of those transfers, as an example of progress in the remittance transfer market. Moreover, the CFPB states that expanded adoption of Swift's GPI product or Ripple's suite of products could similarly allow banks and credit unions to know the exact final amount the recipients of remittance transfers will receive before they are sent. So, okay. Where are they going with this? Like, seriously, does anybody else have that gut reaction of okay, what are you even doing here? So, Sostek also responded to Ripple's motion to dismiss the fraud allegations by providing more than a dozen alleged misleading statements, particularly pleading who made them when they were aware. When they were made and where. That's what I meant to say. And it just seems to me, and this is what has been going on basically the whole time from my point of view anyway, is there's all sorts of allegations that are made, but the premises don't lead logically to the conclusion that they have come to. It just doesn't make any damn sense. Chewbacca defense, man. I think it's time to implement the Chewbacca defense. It does not make sense. That's just my humble opinion. So how about this now from Cointelegraph? Dave Portnoy calls Dogecoin effort a pump and dump. So I'll share with you what this is, and then I'm going to talk about XRP in the context of this right here. Dave Portnoy, founder of Barstool Sports, recently ranted about the recent shilling of Dogecoin via TikTok. What's going on with Dogecoin? Portnoy said in a recent video posted on Twitter. It's a pump and dump, he added, calling Dogecoin bubbly rose. Oh, or rose, I guess. Okay. A recent effort shows the TikTok community attempting to pump Doge up to $1 in a get-rich-quick fashion. This is real. I'm going to show you the chart in a second, by the way. This is fascinating. Doge currently boasts a 90% increase over the past 24 hours, according to Cointelegraph data. And this type of activity was very common in 2017. In fact, there were actual pump and dump groups. Absolutely, and it was coordinated. Like there were paid advertisements on like all sorts of different platforms, I think including YouTube, where they just advertised what they were doing as if it was an okay, normal thing. Join our pump and dump group, and then we'll send you the signal when it's time to start pumping up the price, and we'll let you know when it's time to sell. It's just completely unethical. It's terrible. If it's not illegal, it should be. But anyway, everyone's buying this Dogecoin, Portnoy said in the video. It's a cryptocurrency. It's fake life. People are buying it. They want it to go to $1. People are getting rich. And so here's the actual chart now, and I promise I'll get to why I'm sharing this with you. I mean, it's actually just interesting in and of itself, but I wanted to kind of make a point having to do with XRP. So let's take a look at the 7-day chart now. And you can see, so it was a few days ago when this really started going. So what would you say, like July 6th? So it looks like it was hovering around 0.0023 cents per Dogecoin. Doggy coin. This is so stupid. By the way, for those of you that don't know, Dogecoin, which really you should just call it Doggy coin. That's more funny. I mean, that was the intent, right? This absolutely was. It was created as an actual joke. That's it. It was not intended. And here, it's got a market cap of $435 million. Guys, life is stupid, okay? It's like crap like this makes me convinced that my brain's in a vat and I'm in the Matrix. That I'm pretty sure. This makes no damn sense. But look at how much it rallied. So it got up to 0.005 cents. So that's definitely something. It got up to half a penny. But that's a massive jump. I mean, when you're talking about small, numerical values, I get it, but it doesn't sound like a lot. But in terms of the multiplier effect, going from 0.0023 up to that, it's like, oh my gosh. Yeah, good luck getting to $1 though. And it's gone down a bit since then. But it's just completely ridiculous and silly to me that Dogecoin has this market cap, but then you have XRP. You have XRP, which is actually the only cryptocurrency in the world today that's used in the commercial production of anything. And sometimes when I say this, people like to be like, but VeChain. Nothing against VeChain whatsoever, by the way, at all. Nothing against it. Interesting concept of what they're doing. But as far as the coin being implemented in any sort of enterprise software commercial production, it's not. I mean, if that is incorrect, you show me when and where that happened. I do not see it being used in the commercial production of anything. Which is not a slam against them, it's just a factual statement. But for some reason, when I state that XRP is the only cryptocurrency in the world used in the commercial production of anything, people like to bring up VeChain a lot. I don't know, so I'm just going to try and head that off. Unless I'm actually wrong, in which case let me know, and I'll just put it in like a video I put out tomorrow. But I don't believe that to be the case, because I've mentioned this many times, and nobody's ever corrected me, so I haven't been able to find information about it used anywhere in commercial production, so there you go. But it's just ridiculous to me that you've got Dogecoin, which is an actual joke, created many, many years ago with a freaking market cap of $435 million. And so, like, when you're wondering, what's with XRP? How the hell can it be that XRP, with all of this adoption, all of this actual usage, we see the ecosystem around XRP continuing to expand. Ripple's an excellent cheerleader for the entire crypto space, and certainly for XRP. How the hell can it be that XRP is worth whatever it is? I didn't check price today, but I'm guessing it's around 20 cents or so. How could that possibly be? Dogecoin, everybody. If this does not prove that people don't know what the hell they're doing, then what does? Like, this is completely absurd. The fact that this exists, like, this should go to zero. So why is it here still? And it's not like it's a Ponzi scheme. There's no central authority here. I mean, as far as I'm aware, it's actually decentralized here. But people don't know what the hell they're doing. It's just there's a complete frenzy around the asset class still. That's certainly my perception of this. And I don't believe if you fast forward 10 or 20 years, and I could be wrong. Fine. Maybe maybe some people actually keep this coin for the novelty of it. It'll always have some sort of market cap. Maybe it'll always be traded. Maybe, but if it never actually gets used, like, where is this actually functionally going to go? Is this always going to be traded on cryptocurrency exchanges? And for what? It does nothing. It's never going to do anything. It's not being positioned to do anything. So next time you're feeling sad that XRP is where it's at in terms of price action, just have this recognition. This is my opinion. Just have the recognition. It makes sense to just understand that people don't know what the hell they're doing and wait for the adults to enter the room. And I think that eventually, as the genuine value of XRP continues to increase, I think that there will be a strong recognition of it over time. But don't be surprised when people are freaking behaving like this. That just don't be surprised that XRP price is what it is, because it's not. It's primarily not. It's about actual utility today. It's just wild speculation right now. Now, that's not the case for me. For me, it's not wild speculation in terms of, like, I just want to buy and sell. I don't want to trade. I mean, yeah, fine. Technically, I'm speculating on it. But for me, it is about utility. That's really what I meant to say. It really actually is about real-world adoption. And maybe it is for you, too. But for Dogecoin, is it? And I'm sure some of you listening hold Dogecoin. It's not like I think that you're dumb or anything. If you just have it for whatever reason, that's perfectly fine. But just, like, know what you're doing. Like, it's a silly coin that doesn't do anything. It's cute. Donkey coin. It's a joke. Fine. So that's perfectly fine. But I'm just saying, in the general sense, this does not make sense. What the hell's going on? Chewbacca defense. I'm just saying. Anyway, that is it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!